stay? What are some things that you believe are reasons why people stay? So we found throughout the country that one of the top reasons why people stay in a business on a farm is that they feel valued. They're important. The second is that it's a safe place to work. And I am beginning to see that as a trend. As I travel across the country looking at HR on the farms, a theme or a trend that I'm seeing is that people that are looking for work are now looking for farms that are safe. And it's interesting because 10-ish years ago, that was never really a topic. It was not something that was top of mind for people looking for work. And now it's become that. So I'm finding a safe place to work as being an important thing as to why people either will want to work for you or will stay. And people like a challenge. And the research is showing that the younger generation in particular, the Gen Ys and the Gen Xs, are motivated by challenge. They always want something different. Why do people stay? They stay because of great people. They stay because of the team, and they stay particularly because of the boss. They want fair pay, and they want meaningful work, that they're making a difference. So I want to talk a little bit about making a difference and meaningful work. And some of you that have been on my prior webinars might remember this story, but it's about my pepper picking farm. And I pause because I often will get tongue-tied. So a farm in Ontario, a pepper picking farm, had a group of laborers that every year would pick the peppers. And this one year in particular, the farmer called me and asked me to help because this group seemed disengaged. There was some toxicity happening with the group, and there seemed to be just some overall displeasure. So we were trying to figure out, well, what is motivating them to be this way, or what has happened to demotivate them? And it didn't take me very long. So what I did is I sat down with each and every pepper picker and asked them questions about their satisfaction and what they liked and didn't like. And it was evident that out of the group of pepper pickers, there was a lack of appreciation. There was a sense that what they did meant nothing. Now let me back up and share with you what happened that year. So while the pepper pickers were off, it wasn't the season for peppers, the owner of the company was forced, if you will, from the biggest customer they had. 80% of their sales came from one of the largest grocery chains. And the grocery chain said to the pepper farmer, we would like you to package the peppers differently. We want it in this shape, this size, in this wrap, and this is what we want. And the farmer realized the importance of appeasing the client, the customer, so they changed the process. No one at any time explained the rationale to the pepper pickers. And what happens often in motivation in terms of employees, if they don't understand the why, there is a confusion in terms of their work, why they're doing things differently. And when confusion happens, quite often fear starts to come into play. And this is what happened to the pepper pickers, is they didn't understand why they were packaging and picking the peppers differently. And as a result, they felt that they didn't matter. They were at the bottom of the totem pole, the food chain, and as a result became demotivated. So when you take a look at motivation at work, there's a lot of layers of motivation, and one of them is meaningful work and making sure that you communicate. But I want to ask you, I'm going to go back to the other slide, so we understand why people stay. There's no rocket science there. But I would like to ask you about why they leave. Now, when I ask this